Well, we promised you a great apple recipe earlier in the show, and now here we are in the kitchen at the Bonfire restaurant at the Cove Lakeside Resort with Chef Grant Montreuil. What are you going to make for us today?
I'm doing a pork tenderloin with apple cider braised apples and onions with a little bit of maple syrup in there. We're making an apple sabayon to go over top, and I even got a little black winter truffle in there just to give it a little hit at the end.
Holy smokes, that sounds good. So how do we start?
For the braised apples, which is where we'll start, we've got half an onion here,
Right.
then an apple.
Okay.
This is a honey crisp.
Honey crisp?
Honey crisp apple. Just cut it right into the baton right off the top, and away you go. So I'm going to take a saucepan
All right.
and my 20 mils of olive oil and the onions and the apples. Now, to braise, basically what you're doing is you want to get some fire underneath there, and you want to brown it up a little bit. And this really is kind of an easy dish, right?
I'm with you so far.
If you got all the goods together, that is, it works
Right.
great. So for the braising, right, I want some sweetness in there and so
Right.
on. So I have some maple syrup, and that's
Ooh.
the real deal
Real
maple syrup.
yeah.
We've got some apple juice and apple cider vinegar. So you get a bit of sharpness to it along with
Right.
the sweetness, a nice combination there. Now, for the pork tenderloin, coated this with a little bit of rosemary,
So you got some herbs on there.
some kosher salt, and a little coarse black pepper. You can either sear it in a frying pan, brown it up a little bit, finish it in the oven. In this case, we have,
You got a fancy grill.
we got a broiler there, so we're just going to place it on there, put a few marks on it, and then we're going to finish it in the oven. You notice that you get a little bit of brownness on the onions there
Yeah.
and so on. That's what you want to see. Maybe a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I was going to say, how brown do you want them?
Well, you want to see a nice little golden brown on the edges of the onions.
Okay.
So the vinegar and the apple juice,
Wow.
and then the maple syrup.
That's a healthy dose of maple syrup.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is basically up to a boil now.
Right.
I'm putting this into our Forno oven.
Right.
We got it set at about 450 degrees. It's going to cook down. I'm going to put the piece of pork in the oven right now. Okay, for the next step, what we're going to do is make the apple sabayon. If you've made hollandaise, you know what I'm talking about, or even a mayonnaise. You want an egg yolk. We've got our liquors here, white wine, apple cider, vinegar again, and you got it broken in there. And you start that little foam. Now, in order to get that foam to hold, as in sabayon, we're going to put that onto a water bath, and we're just going to whip that up.
Should I take over for a little while?
Oh, I got it. I think I'm just going to take it off the heat here. Okay, I'm going to set that there.
Nice.
We're going to start getting ready to go to plate with this.
Well, there it is in all its glory, the fabulous pork tenderloin dish. Now, Chef Grant, I guess I got to try this.
Well, they say the proof of the pudding is in the eating, right? So,
Wow, that is
Make sure you
tender,
get
all
some of that.
Get some of this
yeah.
and some of the cool foam that I still can't pronounce on top there.
Sabayon.
Sabayon. Wow, there's a lot going on there.
That's a good thing, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you will definitely get my vote for this dish. And if you want to win, you can win it, enter to win a chance to stay here at the Cove Lakeside Resort, right?
Yeah.
Applemonth.com. Vote for your local guy. That's it for the show. I'm Doug Brown. I'll see you next time on Go. We've got to do these contests more often. This is good.